Hi, everyone. It's Sean from Writing Services. And as promised, I'm here to talk to you about our first short story of a series we're going to be doing, Girl by Jamaica Kincaid. Now, before we start, we're going to want to ask ourselves, why this story? What is it about this story that stands out? And my opinion is that this story gives us a person's unique perspective, okay? It offers a unique perspective in a way that's more than just outright telling us, I feel sad, this is why I feel sad. This isn't one of those stories. Kincaid, through the second person, is letting us know how a girl who's being treated very cruelly, I would think, and I think you would agree, perceives her treatment at the hands of others. It's a tough story. There's some really, really ugly language in this story. I don't think any of us can deny that. Okay, she's being called terrible things by someone who is apparently either her mother or perhaps a family friend or perhaps a friend or a teacher. Whatever it is, she's not being treated well. Now, the girl in the story is probably, we're going to guess, young, but as the story progresses, we can tell that she's getting older. Remember, if you've read the story, it starts off with the parent or whoever the narrator is berating the girl for doing things that she shouldn't, such as not learning to cook right or dressing improperly or whatever the case may be. The narrator goes over a litany of things in the second person of what he or she feels the girl is doing wrong. As the story progresses, Kincaid, the author, lets us know that the girl is getting older because the narrator says, well, you've pretty much turned out like I thought you would, which is a horrible person. And I'm still going to berate you anyways. So the story deals with a particular young woman, yet I think to a degree, it speaks to all of us. Not only do we know what it's like to be berated and the effects it has on us, but I think we also have a tendency to berate others, not as cruelly, perhaps, and I hope not, as the narrator in this story, but we still do. So this story, I think, is brilliant in that it shows us what it feels like to be victimized, but also kind of holds up a mirror to us as victimizers. And that's essential. And it's done in such a creative way. Again, as we've read, the story is simply the narrator saying over and over again what the girl is doing wrong. This girl is definitely being henpecked, for lack of a better term. And Kincaid just conveys the situation brilliantly. Had she simply said, this is what it's like to go through a situation like this, it wouldn't have been as effective as it is now. And that's what makes literature so good and so important. It teaches us ways to look at things outside the box. So that's what we have for this week. Girl by Jamaica Kincaid, a brilliant story. Our next story is going to be The Balloon by Donald Bartholomew. It's a completely different story than this one, but it will get your gears turning in the same way. I'm going to send a link to you guys, and I hope you read it. Again, all these stories and poems that we're going to go through are short, and I really think you're going to enjoy it and get a lot out of it. Until we meet again, keep reading. Okay, bye, guys.